This video is brought to you by Class A, Canada's premier brand of high-performance amplification and electronics. Hey, Andrew Gash here with Audioholics. The Minx Air200 from Cambridge Audio is a $600 AirPlay and Bluetooth speaker. Yes, we are high rolling today. Now at that price, I realized it had better impress me a lot, or this would be a very tough, rather tiring review. Unboxing the speaker, I liked the size of the Air200. It's substantial. Sitting at 7.2 inches high and nearly 18 inches wide, it's much larger than I'd expected and weighs 11 pounds. The Air200 is white and it has a silver rim and gray speaker grill cloth covers the front of the system. On top are 5 internet radio preset buttons and of course controls for volume, power, and source. Now if you want a bird's eye view of this system, what you have is a wireless speaker that works with Bluetooth or AirPlay. It'll tie into your network either via simple to use WPS, or you can do what I did, which was to connect it with Wi-Fi on my laptop and then configure it to use my home network. There's no battery, so this is meant to be a system that is tethered to a wall outlet somewhere. Setup was actually pretty flawless. I was up and running in less than 5 minutes. Now once connected, the Minx Air200 comes pre-configured with a bunch of internet radio stations. That means you can hit any one of the top 5 buttons and you're directed to, well, online music, right? I wasn't a huge fan of selected stations. Much of them were European. So I downloaded the free Minx app from Apple and used the search function to locate my favorite 80s music and some classic rock from among 20,000 available stations. An Android app, by the way, is also available. Now, saving new presets is easy. All you got to do is press and hold on any one of the 10 preset icons in the app, and they store the current station to that position. Bluetooth streaming was easy, right? I mean, it should be. Didn't require any pairing codes either. And once paired, I was able to bounce back and forth between Bluetooth and AirPlay from my iPhone. And you can also connect, of course, if all else fails, an analog 1/8-inch stereo input on the back. The system has a pair of speakers that are accompanied by a 6-inch subwoofer that is ported to deliver a significant amount of bass response. You can adjust the amount of bass on the back, but actually I found that the default setting was pretty accurate for best results. Of course, if you're a bassaholic, then I suppose you could drive it up higher, but then you run the risk of muddying the sound. And speaking of sound, it's got a mid-range emphasis, and that's rare to find in a desktop speaker. It's also something that will drive most people to think that this speaker lacks a certain finesse. However, in actuality, I preferred this speaker to many others that I've heard, which kind of produce a more boxy vocal sound bookended by crisp highs and boomy lows. While the preset buttons do allow you to play internet radio without any other connected devices, even the app doesn't allow you to configure the system to stream Spotify, Pandora, Rhapsody, or other custom music sources. Now, from within the Minx app, you can control volume, bass, and EQ settings, in addition to storing, searching, and recalling internet radio preset stations. Overall, I really liked this speaker. However, it's hard to justify the $600 price, given the abundance of options from Logitech, B&W, Klipsch, and others. I like that you can't get the system to distort even at its volume at max setting, so that's a good thing. Cambridge Audio definitely put some serious design into the speaker as well, and it does show. But they got a lot of competition. And about the best recommendation that I can give to you is to tell you to go and listen to this thing for yourself before picking it up. So my question is this: how much is too much for a desktop radio? That's what I want to know from you. Is the quality the determining factor? And if so, how much still would you be willing to pay? Leave us a comment on the video on YouTube and let us know. Visit our YouTube page, by the way, at youtube.com/AudioholicsLive. And of course, while you're out on internet world, look us up on Facebook, facebook.com/Audioholics.